Well, we're seeing people spend equal as much. Now, remember, people have less disposable income than they did last year. So on average, the average family has $5,000 to $7,000 less as a family to spend than they did last year. So that's why we're seeing credit card debt go up. And that's why buy now, pay later is going to be a strong trend for this holiday season.
You're listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, where you get valuable information you just can't find anywhere else. To thrive in today's trying times, you need the Financial Survival Network, now more than ever. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and get your free newsletter and gift. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.
And welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm your host, Kerry Lutz. Well, it's a tough Christmas season. Looks like the country is heading into a potential recession. Could be a deep one. Got a lot of problems out there in the horizon. What are we going to do? Well, the buy now, pay later plan is back in vogue. Everybody seems to be offering it. Carl Gould is with us now. Carl, it's great to have you back on the show. Hey, if you've got a question for Carl and myself, kl@kerrylutz.com is the email address. And Carl, you are president, business management firm 7 Stage Advisors. So, buy now, pay now. For some people, it's buy now, pay never, right?
It could be. Look, it's, with all that's going on right now, companies have to get more creative as to how to bring in a customer. It's the most expensive thing that they do when it comes to fulfilling, their services and products to their customers is getting them in the first place. And it's 8 times more expensive to get a new customer than keep an existing one. So they've got to get creative. So they say, all right, well, you come and buy now, pay later. It's almost like an in-house finance program. And it's a way to attract more customers and get more foot traffic into their locations.
Well, they've got this 0% financing. They've got, make no payments until January 2025, like at furniture stores.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to make any difference? Do people take advantage of it?
Oh, it will. It will, because we very much appreciate the impulse buy. We will spend money on things that we see, or if we run out of budget, but there's still something really important to us that we want to get, especially during the holiday season, we're going to make that purchase. So it's just like people put more on their credit cards. This is another form of that. So yeah, you'll see an uptick in purchases as a result. Just need to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Hey, well, one nice thing is when you do the buy now, pay later plan, doesn't go on your credit report, does it, generally?
Right. So that is one of those nice things. Now, you want to check the fine print to make sure that it doesn't, because a larger store that already has its own credit department, like a Home Depot, like a Lowe's, like a Macy's, in the fine print, it could say that if you miss a payment, it goes on your credit report. So you do want to be careful about that, because if you're going to buy a $100 item and you do a buy now, pay later, you think you're going to spend $100, but maybe there's an admin fee to get onto the program. Maybe there's interest. Maybe there's a convenience fee. Maybe there's a penalty if you don't pay on time. These are the sorts of things that you want to make sure are not part of the program, or you at least know about them before you get into them.
Right. So I guess some people will take advantage of it. What other innovative ways to bring customers into the stores or the websites are you seeing now?
Well, they're doing a lot of bundling. When times are tough, it's hard to just charge a retail price for something. So what they might do is they might put a bundle together. Instead of buying that T-shirt and that hat, they'll put the two together. They'll put a band around it, and they'll say, hey, 2 for $20. Instead of buying them separately, it would be $30. They're also using clearance racks. If you notice, did you notice Black Friday started right after Halloween? It didn't start after the day after Thanksgiving. It started then and went all the way through the weekend.
It's still going on.
Yeah, Black Friday's a month long now. Yeah,
Black
exactly.
Friday is a state of mind, I think.
Well, you're right. because it's no longer a day. So even Black Friday even starts on Thanksgiving in some places. So people are, companies are using a lot of promotions. They're using a lot of discounts. They're using a lot of very clever tactics to make it appealing. So you think you're getting a good deal, and you patronize their particular store. Amazon is giving free delivery. There's a lot of different hooks to get somebody to start buying.
Hey, so it looked like there were less riots this Black Friday too. Maybe spreading it out is a good thing.
It could be. You could be. It's hard to know if that's the case. But what we have definitely seen is retailers are upping their security and, more importantly, their security presence. So someone's less likely to grab and run if they see security right at the door. The stores that were getting hit, look, no one deserves to be robbed, but the stores that were getting hit were the ones that not only were vulnerable, but they looked vulnerable. They looked as though they didn't have a security presence. And so that emboldens somebody who's going to try to snatch stuff from your store.
Yeah, well, they would be fighting each other off for toaster ovens and stuff. And remember that guy in Long Island got trampled to death 10 years ago? And it's just was out of control. So if you could spread it out and keep them away from the stores, maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Right. Well, look, the retail is going to continue to be under pressure. It's changing. The retail world has changed since the Amazon effect really accelerated during the pandemic. So that really did change things. Retail still has its place, and people still do like to come out and look and touch things and consult with the sales reps so they make sure that they're buying the right thing. There's still a place for that, and there always will be. But the retail shops have to create a compelling experience in order for people to come back.
Hey, so an interesting item that popped up here, I just want to run it by you. In Europe, Amazon was hit by multiple strikes because they're not, it's mainly working conditions. They do some things over there that might be acceptable here, but are not acceptable in Europe. And they're kind of like, 2,000 workers struck across 6 Amazon fulfillment centers in Germany, What are they doing wrong here, Carl?
Well, you do need to know your audience, and you do need to know what is acceptable, labor practices in each of these states now, in these countries. Now, Amazon is a company that has a lot of accountability in its workplace, and not everybody likes that. And, they are very data driven. They're very accountability driven. And, you're going to have that issue. I don't know that they're doing anything wrong, but how you institute things like that sometimes is the difference. And they just need to make sure that they're communicating the expectations properly, and enforcing what they say and not enforcing what they don't say.
Yeah, well, they're still popular, though.
Sure.
Amazing company. I wonder what modern life would be like without them sometimes.
Yeah.
I just do it sometimes just because I'm lazy. I don't want to go to the store. It's not so much I don't want to go to the store, but I know that a certain product I'm looking for, I have difficulty finding at the local supermarket.
That's the point right there, Kerry. Amazon has engendered trust that if they say they have it, they have it. Mm-hmm. And you can't always rely on your local store to have what they have historically had on the shelves. And Amazon makes it super easy to find out. You go right on the site, you do a search, they have it, they don't have it, they tell you when you're going to get it, and they just manage your expectations. I think as much as anything else, that's what they're good at. Yeah. If I told you something that you really wanted was going to come in 3 days instead of 2, I don't think you would care. But you would want to you just want to know, is it there or not? Right? Am I buying the thing that am I getting the thing that I think that I'm buying? So if I need a gift, and last year they had it at that store, but I'm not really sure, and Amazon I know has it, do I want to invest an hour of my life to go find out when I can do it at the click of a button? And if the prices are reasonably close, Amazon's going to win.
Yeah, so true. I mean, hey, something like teriyaki sauce, I can never find it where I think it should be in the supermarket. So I just gave up, and I said, I'll just order it from Amazon. They'll have it to me in 2 days. I don't need it right this minute. And that's what I've taken to doing with a whole host of items that I just can't be bothered going out to the local stores for. If I buy it from Amazon or I buy it from CVS, who cares?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's where, Amazon has always wanted to be a customer-centric company, and they wanted to be one of the most customer-centric businesses on the planet. And they've placed their focus there, and it's clear that they have. Target has done a really good job, and Walmart for that matter, where the same day pickup and curbside pickup, again, that's been a very, very customer-centric move. Target and Walmart actually have the advantage over Amazon because they have stores in your local market.
Yeah, brick and mortar.
Whereas Amazon doesn't. So Target and Walmart actually have an advantage there over Amazon. And that's something that's very valuable to people. They say, I need it today. So on my way home from work, I'm happy to just stop by and pick it up. If you could just have it ready and we could do a curbside delivery, that has proven to be a tremendous value-added service for customers, and they really like it, is curbside delivery.
Hey, I had them deliver a package to me, Walmart, in it was like in less than a day, like 2 hours after it was dropped off at my door. It was amazing, and Amazon had never done that before. So I think I got to look more closely at Walmart,
Right. Well, the convenience now, you can look on the website, you can look on the app, you can see if they have it. And, they're all three of these companies we're talking about, their logistics are so sophisticated that if they say they've got it, you could trust that they have it and they'll get it to you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely. Pretty amazing. So, hey, what other trends we seeing here for Christmas in terms of what people are buying, how much they're spending? Anything that's raising alarms with you?
Well, we're seeing people spend equal as much. Now, remember, people have less disposable income than they did last year. So on average, the average family has $5,000 to $7,000 less as a family to spend than they did last year. So that's why we're seeing credit card debt go up. And that's why buy now, pay later is going to be a strong trend for this holiday season.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because when we were kids growing up, buy now, pay later, that was like, a lot of people did it. It was like the Christmas club, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no doubt. So people, they're reviving some of these older products and services, but just under a new name.
So everything old is new again, right?
Exactly. It's not vegan, it's plant-based. You're not on a diet, you have a meal plan. Right? It's not in-house financing, it's buy now, pay later.
Right. All right. But it all amounts to the same thing as
same idea.
You're going to buy more than you can afford, right?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, look, if you manage the program properly, you'll be fine. But you just want to be aware of what the fine print is for one of these programs, so you're not caught off guard.
Right. Yes. Oh, the devil is in the details, right?
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. Because if you manage the program right and you set up your payments and make sure you're not getting hit with fees and interest, then this program could work really well. But if you're using the program to play catch up, some people either are getting a bonus at the end of the year or they know they're getting a tax refund and they say, you know what, I'm going to pay this off when I get my bonus or I get my tax refund. And they've already planned that out, so I'll take advantage of the buy now, pay later. And that's cool. That works fine. But if you're saying, I have no idea how I want to pay this and I really want to get this gift and your payment schedule extends, that's when it's going to be a little bit more painful.
Mm-hmm. I just find it fascinating that, the creativity, the brain power that goes into these companies to get you to buy more. And it's all scientific, it's like things that they do in the casino to get you to gamble, like getting rid of the clock.
Correct.
All those things are all geared at how do you make people spend more money than they plan to, right?
Yeah, it's true. Look, it's the hardest thing to do in business. Marketing and sales is the hardest thing to do in business. And so that's why so much time and effort and energy is placed on it, because it's expensive, it's hard, it's ever changing, it's ever evolving. And you need to stay, if you miss a, consumer purchasing trend, it could be catastrophic for your business. I mean, these companies make up to 40% of their revenue in the holiday season. They can't afford to have this miss.
Right. 40%. How did they become so dependent on one season? Really, literally, let's call it 2 months, but really it's like 45 days. Isn't that a mistake?
Well, I think you just have three major holidays within 60 days of each other. You have Halloween, which does billions and billions in sales.
Hard to believe. Yeah.
Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you think about it, it's within just under 60 days, those three holidays. They are the biggest consumer holidays. There are other big ones, Mother's Day and Easter and New Year's, right? But nothing compares to those three. Those are the big three. They're within 60 days of each other. And we have built our social, family, and business calendars around those three holidays. So it's not a tremendous surprise that they have become as big as they have been.
But, like I always, would like to buy things off season, like Christmas decorations, buy them
Sure.
the day after Christmas, right? And, greeting cards, things like that, things you can buy. So with a little strategic planning, a consumer really can save way more than they would save on Black Friday or any other designated sales holiday just by buying off season.
Yep, that's right. And that's why Boxing Day internationally, or December 26th, is so important, because these retailers have now, have looked at what didn't sell, and they realize that it is better for them to deeply discount it and get it off their shelves rather than carry it into the new year where the trend might not be as strong, or people might not want it, or it might go out of style. So it's better for them to sell it right there on the spot than have the carrying costs of it sitting on their shelves.
Right.
So that's why December 26th through, say, January 15th is such a good time, because this is when these companies have to literally clear their shelves.
So buy your Santa suits on December 26th.
That's right.
It's come and gone. It might have a little black marks on it from the going down the chimney, but you'll still get a much better deal, right? Much better deal. So, hey, Carl, tell us where we find you, how we connect with you on the web, and what you can do for us.
So for anyone that wants to reach me, you can find me at carlgould.com or Carl360s, CARL360.com.
All right. And the link is in the show notes. And Carl, appreciate, as always, you coming on. We will talk to you again real soon. Happy holidays. Don't get caught up on too many buy now, pay later programs that's lucky to be solvent for the coming year.
Absolutely. You got it. Talk to you soon. Happy holidays.
Thanks for listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, your solution to today's trying times. For the latest, go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.